Hey everybody, my name is Allison Ostrander and I am the Director of Risk Tolerance here at Simpler Trading. And in today's video, we are going to talk about assignment, the rights and obligations in options. So the right of options holders, people who buy to open. So call option holders, for example, people who buy to open a call, have the right but not the obligation to buy the underlying asset at the predetermined price, which is the strike price, within a specified period until expiration. So, just for example, here, if I were trading Netflix and I bought a long call with the September monthly expiration at 420, right? Then I have the right, but not the obligation, to buy the underlying asset, aka shares of Netflix, at the strike price of 420 within an 18-day period in this case, right? By September 15th until the expiration. Put option holders have the right, but not the obligation, to sell the underlying price. Sell the underlying asset at a predetermined price, the strike price, within a specified period until expiration. So, for example, if I had shares and I'm doing a put here at 410 and I buy to open this put, I have the right, but not the obligation, to sell somebody else Netflix shares at the cost of 410 within a specified period of time, aka within the 18 days until expiration. Option holders have the flexibility to exercise their rights or choose not to, depending on market conditions and their trading strategies. These rights provide potential profit opportunities if the market moves in their favor. So, on the calls, if it moves up in my favor, that works out great for me. If it moves down in my favor as a put option holder, that works great for me, right? So, obligations of option writers, people who sell to open the strikes. Call option writers have the obligation to sell the underlying asset if the option holder chooses to exercise the right to buy at the strike price. Because keep in mind, guys, for anyone who buys to open, for example, this 420 call, it means somebody else is on the other side of that trade who sold to open them a call at 420, right? That's the option writer. And so they have an obligation to sell Netflix, for example, at 420 to you as an option holder within the 15 days if you choose to exercise it. So you have to be careful when you're selling to open an option, whether it's on the call or put side. So on the call side, right, if you get exercise, that means you have the obligation to sell that underlying asset if the option holder chooses to exercise you at that strike price by that time period. Put option writers have the obligation to buy the underlying asset if the option holder chooses to exercise their right to sell at that strike price. So, for example, if I sold to open that 410 put and I get exercised, I have to then take shares of Netflix at 410 and I'm obligated to do so, right? Option writers have the responsibility to fulfill the terms of the options contract if the options holder decides to exercise their rights. This means they may be required to deliver or receive the underlying asset at the predetermined price, depending on the type of option. What is assignment? Well, this is when an options writer, aka the seller, is required to buy if they sold puts or required to sell if they sold calls of the underlying stock at the strike price. Many options traders like to avoid this because they trade options to make money off of how the individual value of the option strikes change within the underlying price moves and to not get into the stock themselves. So a lot of options traders make money off of the value of this option contract, right? Each option strike, each contract is worth a certain amount of value within that expiration time frame. So a lot of traders don't even try and go through the risk of assignment on the buy or sell side. They look to make money solely off of the actual value of this strike when the underlying price moves up or down, ideally in their favor. When does assignment happen? Well, this typically happens if a short option expires in the money at expiration, right? So you always want to be mindful of what you hold through expiration to make sure that if you're not wanting to get assigned shares, for example, that this doesn't happen to you. But options can also be assigned early, though it's very rare. And I talked about this in a prior video. But in short, I've only ever had assignment happen to me twice in my entire trading career. One time it happened because I held it through the expiration, thinking in my head that SPY was cash settled, meaning it was like SPX or NDX, where technically there are no shares. So if you hold it through the expiration, through the close of market that day, then it cash settles for money. But SPY technically has shares around it. And so it slipped my mind whenever I held that trade through expiration. And then I found myself assigned shares on SPY, right? But options can also be assigned early. And so the only other time I've ever been assigned in my trading career, one was because I held it through expiration, and one time was an early assignment. Now, this happened very early on, like 10, 15 years ago in my trading career. It happened on Chipotle, and it happened the Thursday evening going into the Friday expiration of the option. And so it happened, very close to the expiration itself, literally the day prior going into the expiration date is when I got assigned. And so, once again, something you need to be mindful of, though, at least in my experience, it's very rare when it happens. And that is the risk around assignment. Thank you guys so much for joining me. As always, may the trade be with you, my fellow Jedis. I hope this video helped you out. And I look forward to talking to you next time. Bye.